Hi, welcome to this tutorial where we are asked to solve for x. Here we have an equation involving logarithms. 3 log x base 7 is equal to 2 log 7 base x plus 5. Take note, we have here log x base 7 and we have here log 7 base x. So it is advisable, the first thing to do is to try to have the same expression, either log x base 7 on both sides or log 7 base x on both sides. So let us convert this to log 7 base x. Now we're going to use the law which says that log a base x is equal to 1 all over log x base a. Okay, so now this one now therefore becomes 3 into 1 all over log 7 base x. Okay, all right. So we have log 7 base x now common on both sides, on the left hand side and the right hand side. Let us make it look much more clearer by bringing in a new variable. Let y be log 7 base x. Now, let us replace log 7 base x with y on both sides of the equation. So we're going to have 3 times 1 is 3, all over y here. This is y, equals 2y plus 5. Okay? Now, to remove this denominator, let us multiply all through by y. Let us multiply all through by y. So multiply here by y, multiply here by y, and multiply here by y. Okay? When we do that, this y will cancel this y. We're left with 3 is equal to y multiplied to y is y squared plus 5 times y is 5y. Okay? Now we're beginning to see the quadratic come out. There was actually a quadratic hiding there, so we're gradually bringing it out. All we need to do is to take this 3 from the left hand side to the right hand side. And so we'll be left with 0 here. We're left with 0. This is plus 3. Going to the right hand side will become negative 3. So we have 2y squared plus 5y minus 3. This plus 3 has become minus 3. This is a quadratic that was hiding in there. So solving this has boiled down to solving this quadratic. Okay, now the coefficient of the leading term is not 1. So if we have chose to use a factorization method, remember you can still use the quadratic formula. If you choose to use the factorization method, then you're going to get the factors of this coefficient multiplied to this constant term. So we'll need to get the factors of negative 6. List out all the factors of negative 6. We have 2, 4, 6, 8. There are eight factors. So inside this set of 8 numbers, we're going to choose 2. In fact, there are only 2 numbers such that their product gives us negative 6 and their sum gives us positive 5. Now those 2 numbers are plus 6 and negative 1. All right. So we chose 6 and negative 1. Okay, so what we're going to do next, we're going to replace this plus 5 with 6 and negative 1. So that expression there becomes 0 equals 2y squared, all right, plus 6 plus negative 1 is negative 1 times y plus 5. All right, now let's open out this bracket. Let's pay attention. It is minus 3, sorry, minus 3. Okay, 2y squared plus 5, 6 minus 1 is plus 5, and then minus 3. Now let's open this bracket. So we have 0 is equal to 2y squared. 6 multiplied to y is plus 6y. Negative 1 multiplied to y is negative y. And then we have minus 3. Okay, now let us take the first 2 terms and factorize. and we also factorize the next two terms. So we have 0 is equal to, what do we see common in these two terms? 2y is common, all right? 2y squared divided by 2y, we're going to have y. 6y divided by 2y, we're going to have plus 3. When we come here, we can bring out minus sign because minus sign is common. So we'll bring out minus sign. When I remove minus from here, I'll have y. When I remove minus from here, I'll have plus 3. Now, look at it. We have y plus 3 common. There's y plus 3 here. There's y plus 3 here. So let's remove the y plus 3. So have y plus 3. When we remove it, this y plus 3 from here, we're going to be left with 2y. So we'll have 2y. And when we remove y plus 3 from here, we're going to be left with minus sign. And minus sign in mathematics is the same as minus 1. So finally, this equation here has been factorized as such. 0 equals y plus 3 into 2y minus 1. We have the product of two things giving us 0. Therefore means that either y plus 3 is 0, okay? Either y plus 3 is 0, okay? That means y equals negative 3, or 2y minus 1 equals 0, which means y is equal to a half. All right, so we have two values for y. Y is equal to minus 3 or y equals to a half. Now, we were asked to solve for x and not y. So we have to go back to this substitution here. This is what is going to give us the value of x. So we'll put the value of y here. So we'll take the first value when y is negative 3. So we'll have y is equal to log to the base x of 7. When y is negative 3, we have negative 3 is equal to log 7 base x. So this means that what? Remember, it means x raised to this power will give us 7. So it means x to the negative 3 will give us 7. All right? Which means 1 all over x cubed is 7. Okay? All right? 1 all over x cubed is the same as 1 all over x all cubed is 7. So if we take the cube root of both sides, we're going to have 1 all over x is equal to cube root of 7. Okay? So if we take reciprocals of both sides, we're going to have x is equal to 1 all over cube root of 7. This is the first value of y, of x. This is the first value of x. Now, next, please just follow the arrow. When we take y equals a half, we still put it there. We still put it there in that expression. When y is equal to a half, so we're having a half is equal to log 7 base x. The same thing. A half raised to x raised to a half will give us 7. So we have x to the power half is 7. Power half means square root. To remove the power half, we take squares of both sides. It therefore means that x to the half square is equal to 7 square. X to the half square is just x, and 7 square is 49. So the second value of x is 49.